I just went through all this about how I'm watching Eckhart Tolle, and he says he doesn't normally use the Bible in anything he speaks about, but he says, I'm pulling it out now. And he speaks of such a thing as a parable that Jesus once put across for the people that aren't smart enough. They have to have it explained to them. The people that are smart enough to be in the inner circle and use these people as a foundation. Peter is the rock that this church will be built upon. He's the guy that needs everything explained to him. So, there, they use it that way. And I talked about this. And he says it's a parable. He says there's a parable about a man that dug his house deep into the ground beneath the rock and laid the foundation. And when the winds and the storms and the rains came, the other people who did not believe him saw their houses fall. It's something like that. And, you know, isn't it amazing just to have the opportunity, let's call it that, to have the opportunity. Oh, jeez. This shirt is starting to make me chafe. Free. 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 And since he will not mention the scripture wherein Jesus shares this parable, nor shall I. This sounds like a Jewish, and it may be, nor shall I. But I found it very interesting when he talks about the stories of people who would not dig their holes deep. These are pictures from where I was on the Iraqi border. I dug my holes deep. I dug a hole deep. Look at that. It's all clean and dry. I'm on a cot. That's when I still had a cot, before they took my cot. And I had to use sandbags to make orthopedic fucking bedsteads in a place where it was just a hole. But that night, there was a storm. And the next morning, Major Temple, he comes back and he says, Elderquist, you all right? And I woke up. I had my rifle and my sleeping bag with me, and I said, of course, sir. How do you have I'm like, well, why? And I climb up out of the hole after having been under my poncho with the rain pouring down on me all night long in this hole that I fucking dug with a pickaxe. A maul, or whatever you call it. Looked around, everything was flooded. Everything everybody else had done was flooded, and I was sleeping in a hole. Why? Without realizing, I just dug the hole deep, you know? I just dug the hole deep. I set my foundation. It's all biblical. And as he said when he started talking about Eckhart Tolle, he said, there are good lessons in all of this for all of us. And look, that's what I looked like when I was digging my hole. Had to keep the stone chips from flying off my face. There's meet over there. That's when I first got my name Goon. And, yeah. Photographic evidence. Just by chance and reason, I dug a hole deep enough that I slept through a goddamn torrential rainstorm at the border of Iraq.